Again, 20 years in the business.
Yeah.
10th album just came out.
Yeah.
But you're going out on the road next month.
Yeah.
With the ladies of Floetry
Say
and
Yes
Tidra
tour.
Moses on the Say Yes tour.
Yeah.
How does it feel to share the stage with these amazing artists that shape the sound of, I would say, of neo soul?
It's an honor, it's a pleasure. You know, me and Natalie have kept in particular. I guess I could say I'm close with both of them. You know, but me and Natalie are a lot closer. Like we've done. She's called on me for a few projects that we recorded. You know, I flew to London, shoot a video with her, and perform at her album release party. You know, probably over a decade ago. Myself and Marsha, we worked together as well. She appeared on one of my previous mixtapes. We toured together doing the Love Jones musical for like 6 months plus. You know, we've done countless shows together. I've never done any concerts with Floetry, you know what I mean? Like, and in fact, I think I might have, if not one of the only duets that exist. Yeah, on my second album, Love Behind the Melody, there's a record called Marathon, produced by Kenny Dope Gonzalez for Masters at Work. And I remember that night, us recording in New York, both being in the studio with both of them. And so I'm excited. Tidra, that's family. Love you know, she's one. I would definitely do that. Thank you. Yeah, I would definitely do that.
That came from the heart, Chuck.
That came from the heart.
It's from the heart.
Anything else, Chuck? Anything else?
I love him some
Trying to show the Splash Garden over there.
Tidra is dope, fine, just down to earth. You know what I mean? And definitely one of those artists. I don't like the term underrated. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times when people say, "Oh, hey Raheem, you're one of the most underrated," I'm like, "Well, maybe it's just a bunch of people that's overrated." Hello, like you know, you know what I mean? But just incredible artists. You know, full package. And I think to be able to have such a nostalgic catalog, like and has been one of those artists that doesn't drop every year, and still to have like the fanship she has and the cult following fanship that she has. I mean, it speaks to what I can say probably about this package is that it's going to be a great catalog of music, great artists. It's going to be a night of people going down memory lane, connecting with those songs.
Yeah, man. Floetry getting back together, I think, is a big deal because people have been asking for a long time, and you're cool with both of them. So, did you have a little bit of an inside scoop on the process of these two that are great apart, but there's something about when they're together?
Oh no, absolutely, right? Yeah. I don't have a tea per se, but I'm like really glad to know that they're going back out. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, you see a lot of different groups go through a lot of different things. You know what I mean? So for them to whatever it was, to put it to the side and to, you know, come together to give the fans, you know, and the music lovers something that they've been waiting on, and then also support each other, you know, support each other's households too. Like that says a lot about character, growth, you know, and evolution, you know.
No, I mean, I think that's a big part of why this is going to be exciting is y'all are all real friends.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think I feel that on stage, but just watching people get over whatever, who cares what it is, but whatever it is to get over it and come back together to do the songs the fans love.
Yeah, I think what people are going to witness on this tour is the art of soul, R&B, and evolution. You know what I mean? And growth. Because we're all grown. It's going to be a grown and sexy night. And what happens on the Say Yes tour stays on the Say Yes tour. Tickets on sale now. Splash Gordon checking in.
So you're releasing this album independently, and I know you've been very vocal about the importance of independent music. What are some of the challenges you face as an independent artist?
I've been independent for 15 years. So let's just start there. 16 now. I've been through the trial and error of all the things. At times, you know, made sacrifices, made myself very uncomfortable. You know, making sacrifices in other areas to be able to invest in my art, invest in my craft. You know, everything that you've seen me doing the last 16 years has been me you know, with the help of, you know, the creator, and a very small team of people that, you know, as I add on to the team, you see a fluctuation, you know what I'm saying? Or you see, oh man, I'm seeing like more visibility. Typically it's like how you add to your team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even you know, most recently, right? One of the main things, I've just always been focused on being consistent and knowing that this time would come back around. The time of like where now, you know, physical units is back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are buying CDs. People never stop buying vinyl.
Yep.
You know, cassette tapes, all the things. I'll be offering these things moving forward.
fire.
You know, one of the most unique things about the releases that I've done over the last 3 years, though, in particular, Harmony, is that to partner with a platform like even.biz, which was created by a young brother by the name of Mag Rodriguez, who is like killing the game right now. You know, I was one of the first R&B artists to use even.biz and have the success that I had. That was 3 years ago, you know, on February 13th, you know, 3 years ago. So this is my second February 13th release. You know, speaking of Quiet Storm Lover, you know, Volume 1. And, you know, from February 13th up until March 6th, the album was available exclusively at even.biz with 4 different tiers where your super fans can buy the album for you. You know, they have 4 different options of ways that they can support. And it's been overwhelming, man. Like, you know, we killing it. You know, I've definitely superseded the expectations of sales. You know, it's crazy to like for the album to come out on a Friday, have your fans buy digital copies, and by Monday you can say, oh, you cleared 20 grand, over 20 grand, right? That you can touch in real time.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for a third party to ration you out your money like some of these distributors do. Or tell you that, you know, or play with the books or play with the numbers. You see everything in real time. And I think that, you know, that speaks to you know, to further speak to your question, that we are in the age of direct to consumer.
Yeah.
Where now the playing field has been leveled. Yeah. It's an even playing field now for artists to you know, to go direct to consumer. So buy the art from the artist. You know,
Buy the art from the artist.
Yeah. You mentioned consistency. Just what was your mental state going into that first solo project?
That was a very vulnerable time for me.
Yeah.
You know, scary but exciting.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been fearless. So you know, you embrace the nervousness, you embrace the fear, you turn it into positive energy, right? But there was no plan B. You know, I've learned how to have a plan B, or to create, you know, a plan B. You know, these days, you know, a plan B for me is radio or media, and you know, and even in that stage, like I was one of the first to like. I had the quote unquote podcast before it was called the podcast from like 2010 to 2013. You know, the Raheem DeVaughn show I would do every Sunday and that type of thing. But you know, thing about consistency is if you just be consistent and commit to the consistency, just being committed to the consistency of it, you can't help but get better.
We sound crazy.